Do you want to lower your A1c quickly? Then watch this video and I'll explain to you how to reduce your A1c quickly if you're a type 2 diabetic. If you're a type 2 diabetic looking to reverse your condition naturally, then Type Rhino is the channel for you. Give us a subscribe, give us a like and press that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos that we bring out every Monday, 6:30 GMT time. Now my name is John Collett and in March 2018 I got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and within 6 months I managed to reverse my condition. So here's my 5 tips on how you can do the same. Tip 1. Educate yourself. I know you thought I was going to say go on a diet, didn't you? Knowing what you don't want is just as important as knowing what you do want. Don't bury your head in the sand around about the consequences of type 2 diabetes. I promise you, you won't take any action until you understand how bad the consequences of what you've got are. Now, I've done other videos on my channel about the consequences of type 2 diabetes, but what I want you to do is not take my word for it. Go watch a documentary on YouTube called Diabetes, the Silent Killer. It's an hour of your life and it'll fully educate you on the consequences of your type 2 diabetes. Tip 2. Cut out sugar out of your life. Yet again, you thought I was going to tell you what diet to go on. But there's loads of different diets out there. There's low carb, there's keto, there's paleo, there's plant-based, there's even people doing a carnivore diet. And I've done loads of research about what the best diet is. And what I have figured out from that research is that no one diet is right for one person. One diet is going to work differently for another person. And you've got to find the one that works best for you. But all of these diets have one thing in common, and that is they cut down on your sugar intake. Please remember, your cells are no longer absorbing energy. Every time you put food into your body produces insulin and the cells go, talk to the hand, baby, I don't want to know, you've put too much in. Okay, so you need to cut down the sugar, because what your insulin does, it turns all of that energy, all of that sugar into fat, and that causes problems with it, clogging up your arteries and such and such. Now, just to throw a spanner in the works, not all sugar is bad. There's actually 3 different types of sugar. You've got glucose. Now, glucose is what is formed from normal food. Now, what I call normal food is stuff that grows in trees, stuff that grows in the ground, normal food that you can eat, okay? Not all of the processed stuff and man-made stuff. And that has glucose in it, which your bodies can absorb and deal with much better. And then we've got the other 2, which is fructose and sucrose. These are man-made sugars. Our bodies struggle to absorb these sugars because evolution has not given us an opportunity to be able to absorb these sugars properly. And these are the dangerous sugars you're going to need to avoid. Now, all of these are found in anything that comes in a cardboard box or a tub or a tin. Okay, very simply. But whatever diet you decide to go on, reduce your sugar. My 3rd tip for you: drink a ton of water. Ditch the soda, ditch the squash, ditch the orange juice. They're all full of massive amounts of sugar. And if you don't believe me, go read the ingredients for yourself. They're all on there, okay? But water is fantastic. 60% of our bodies is made up of water. So drinking it is obviously going to be a natural way to go. Now, I always drink about 500 ml first thing in the morning when I wake up, just before I do exercise. Why do I do that? Because 1, it hydrates my body, and 2, it pans off the hunger pains for breakfast and keeps me going so I don't need to eat until after I've done my exercise. And I always try to drink about 2 litres of water a day as I go along. One, to keep myself hydrated, and secondly, it cuts down on the amount of food that I need to consume. So it's great for that. For a bit of taste, I like to put a bit of lemon or lime in it. I think a little bit touch of that makes it taste a little bit better where if you're getting a bit fed up with just the taste of water, but I've never got fed up with it, so it's just one of those things. Green tea is another great drink to have. That has got a natural substance in it that lowers blood sugar. And sometimes I also like to mix a little bit of apple cider vinegar in my water. Yet again, this is proven to lower blood sugar. I think they also say that it cleaves off hunger as well, but it's a bit of a coincidence that you're drinking water with it. So I don't know what's the truth in that. So it's like, but apparently it can stave off hunger as well. Tip number 4, you got to exercise. You got to exercise, okay? I can't tell you how vital this is. Now, when you first start out, I do not recommend that you do 40-50 minute workout sessions 4 or 5 times down a week. The reality is you're just going to hurt yourself. What I advise is that you just do 10-15 minute workouts 3 times a week to begin with, and just build it up from there. And it doesn't matter if you're doing exercise from a chair or if you're going out for a walk, but do an exercise that you enjoy. The likelihood is, if you do an exercise that you enjoy, you're more likely to do it more often. I like to do DDPY yoga, and I like DDPY yoga because Diamond Dallas Page, he's a wrestler, and I also love wrestling. But why do you need to do exercise? Well, it's vitally important that you burn the excess fat that's currently in your body and you get rid of it. Because this is what's beginning to clog up your arteries and can cause you breathing and heart problems down the road. And we need to get that fat out of your liver so your liver can be healthier and process the food that we are putting into it better. So when you do exercise, it's vitally important that you build up a sweat and we get into what we call a fat burning zone. Now I'm going to stick another video in the description, or if I can, I'll put a card up there, which should appear right now, that tells you about what a fat burning zone is and the importance of wearing a heart monitor. But the fact is that when we do exercise and we're sweating and breathing reasonably heavy, a study in the University of South Wales has shown that what we're actually doing at this point is burning fat. And it's not until we're sweating and we're breathing heavy are we actually burning fat, because the fat comes out through our sweat and through our breath. It's an interesting one, isn't it? I'm going to leave that one with you for a while. But do exercise. It's vitally important if you want to lower your A1c quickly. And my 5th tip and my last one is do the work. Don't make excuses. I've told you what you got to do. Now go and do it. When you start making excuses, okay, about, oh, I haven't got time to do this, I can't do the food prep, oh, I'll have the medication, that will be okay. Okay, it's not okay. And the only person you're lying to is not me, it's you. Okay, don't do that. Don't lie to yourself. You haven't got the time, you need to find the time. If you need to sacrifice something that doesn't serve you, that's not going to help you reverse your type 2 diabetes, you need to ditch it in the bin and get rid of it and do the things that are going to make you healthy. Because it's for you that you're doing this, for you, for your family and those people who care about you and the people that you care about. So do the work. And I'm going to give you a bonus tip. Become a Rhino. You don't need to be doing this by yourself. Join me on Facebook, join us on Instagram, join us on Twitter, and join us on YouTube. Give us a subscribe. I'm going to be launching a community group very soon on Facebook, so other type 2 diabetics can all help each other with their type 2 diabetes, so keep an eye out for that. Now I'm going to stick another video on here about how long it should take for your A1c to come down, and I'm going to put another video there about foods that you can eat freely as a type 2 diabetic. And another button there for you to subscribe. Just remember, people, you're not a number. You're a rhino. Now charge.